Hi all. So today I just wanted to share how I would ask students to participate in a really simple but fun introductory game, which is Two Truths and a Lie. So you've probably played this game before, but the basis of the game is that each student presents two things about themselves that are true and one thing about them that's a lie. And usually the goal is for all three of them to be ridiculous or interesting, and to make it a challenge to guess, while also getting to know some facts about each student. So the way that I would envision implementing this game would be through Google Forms. This is a tool that students will use in a lot of other contexts in my classes, so it's great for them to be familiar with how it works. So to start, we're going to be on the Google Forms homepage. And there are all sorts of templates that you can use to create more interesting Google Forms, but for this purpose, we're just going to stick with the basics, go with a blank form for this purpose. Alright, so now that we're in our Google form, I'm going to go ahead and give this a more interesting title. And then you could have them add some sort of description, but we're not going to do anything too fancy with this, just going to follow the basics of what it'll take to play this game. So for my question, I'm going to ask my fellow students to pick the lie. And then in here I can list some fun information about myself. I don't know why this option 2 doesn't want to stay, but we'll just leave it like that. So once they've got their question added in, there's one more thing that I want them to do. Just move myself over here. And that is to go up to settings. And I want respondents to be able to see what everyone else has guessed after they submit their answer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that setting on and then press save. So then the only other thing they need to do is go up to the send button here. I'm going to have them click these double brackets and then copy the HTML embed code. So now we're going to go over into our Canvas assignment. I just created a mock one for this purpose. So they're going to go to reply. And then all they need to do here is know how to switch to the HTML editor. So it's going to be wherever these little brackets pop up. And then they can just copy and paste that embed code and post their reply. It shows up right down here, or at least it will once it loads. So for the purpose of this assignment, I went ahead and created another mock form just to kind of show how it would look once it's embedded. And so then I can go up to this fake person's Two Truths and a Lie, and I'm going to guess that she doesn't actually have any iguanas. I'm going to submit that. And then I'll go down to, okay, this form here, which we've set up the way we want. I'm going to pick option 2 as the lie. And then there are no previous responses, so it's not going to look very exciting. But once other students have put in their answers, then it should generate a much more interesting graph about what people think is the lie. So just kind of a way that students can get a little bit more engagement rather than just guessing. They can actually see what their classmates have guessed as well. So super simple game, but it teaches some good mechanics for setting up Google Forms, making sure that students understand how to set their sharing settings appropriately. So all sorts of little skills are embedded into this assignment as a bonus, but the main goal is to help establish that social presence.